Hello and welcome to TT Miniatures. This is going to be a slightly unusual episode because in it I'm really trying to sort of gauge some interest levels because I've got this book. This is Nam by Battlefront Miniatures, which is the Vietnam War version of Flames of War, and it's a fantastic book. And yeah, I've enjoyed the game when I played it, and I really sort of enjoyed the World War II version, but for the last few years really I've fallen away slightly before the pandemic, and but I've got this amazing collection of miniatures that I really like to get on the tabletop and using again, and they got some fantastic things like this. This is one of my Huey helicopters, if you can see it, with a Playboy bunny rabbits logo on the front, and you've got door gunners there with LMGs firing out the side, but also for the opposition, yeah, there's some great characterful miniatures here. You can see some sort of local Vietnam Viet Cong forces here, where they're wearing this sort of national dress, and yeah, there's just some great stuff there available in that range. And Flames of War Vietnam, or Flames of War Nam, was my first love of military wargaming. Previously to that, I've been involved with Games Workshop and had about 13-year stint of the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game, but prices went mad and miniatures came out in fine cast, which I really did not like, because I personally felt that the quality was appalling, and I never got a perfect figure. And for something that was an increase in price and a serious reduction in quality, I just felt, you know, I'm out of it. So, but then came this in my local WH Smith's, and I saw that, and I hadn't bought a copy of Wargames Illustrated since they looked like that, which was quite a long time ago. That was October 2005, and yeah, as soon as I saw this, having seen a load of films as a kid and later on as an adult, starting off with Platoon, Hamburger Hill, a load of documentaries, there's a great book out there as well, which really caught my attention, but I'll talk about that later. And yeah, this particular Wargames Illustrated shows, you know, all these different forces that you could get of combined arms, and you know, where you're using you know, units at sort of company sizes, which is great, and rather than just smaller, more sort of personalized fighting. But also it came with all these instructions on how to paint the stuff and the nose art for the helicopters, and there's so much character in it. But as part of this sort of, I say new year, but this is the workshop in which I'm painting, which some people have been referring to the workshop, and yeah, I'm keen to sort of go back to early elements of my hobby, use miniatures I haven't been using for a long time, and I really enjoyed the Nam game, but I'd like to see how much interest there is out there in the UK. I live in the southeast, away from the hub in Nottingham, but I'm not far off of London, and I got through the post from Osprey, this book here, the NVA and Viet Cong, and suddenly it's given me an itch that I you know, thought I'd scratched. And yeah, so some colourful prints here of various troop types, some of which I've got up and running already, most of which I don't. And I regularly play war games on YouTube with the Ministry of Miniatures, and at some point, I think realistically that we'll be looking early summer, something like that. It might be nice to have a go of Nam Flames of War, and but I can't see too much action on the Battlefront website at the moment. I haven't looked particularly hard, so it may be that I missed it, but just wanted to gauge interest levels out there, because I'm determined to get the helicopters out and play Fortunate Son, and have another great game of Nam, because it's been far too long, and it'd be nice to sort of do a bit of a campaign, something like that, get some Aussie forces up and painted, get some more North Vietnam, you know, regulars up, and yeah, there's a lot of equipment there that surprised me, because there's even tanks in it as well, with basically the Northern forces. So I didn't realise that the Americans were actually coming face to face with enemy tanks, which is something that happens. But yeah, this is just a quick video to say that this has got me back into this, and yeah, very keen to get things back on the road again. Some great colourful army lists in here, based on the real protagonists. And but please let me know, anyone out there, if they're playing as well, and or if they've got any particular interesting bits of history that I should be aware of, because that for me, the history side of it is a big thing. And if I can create battles loosely based on events to make fun scenarios, I tend to use the Osprey books, particularly the battle books, are really very, very helpful for that. And yeah, so hoping to do something Flames of War Nam very, very soon.